Well, what's up, guys, and welcome back to Project Time Garage. Remember the $500 F250 that we did an injector install on in the last video and it wouldn't start after we did the passenger side? Well, we're going to try to resolve that today. 30 seconds worth of backstory. The truck ran and drove okay, but we assume that that's the original injectors and 300,000 miles. Truck was down on power. You know, usually you see a little burp of black smoke when you put your foot down, you know, quick, just a little blurp. This one didn't do that, so I was pretty sure the injectors were spanked. We buzz tested them early on, and they were so quiet, they were like whispering, all except one. So, you know, if he's gonna put this thing on the road, drive his camper around with it, then, you know, needs to be right. So we took care of that, put the injectors in the driver's side, started the truck up afterward. It ran fine, it moved fine, you know, all was good. So then we lit into the driver's side and got it all put back together. No start, crank no start. You know, I got a lot of comments on that last video about what it could be and all that. I went into pretty good detail explaining what we did do and what I've eliminated on that list. Electrical portions of the injectors, we eliminated that. I said that in the last video. I buzz tested these things and they're loud and crisp. Electrically, they're good. It's not building enough high pressure oil. It only builds about 210 pounds, if I remember right, of high pressure oil during cranking. And it does it over a long period of time. So it takes maybe 20, maybe 30, probably 30 seconds, I would say, of continual cranking before it even reaches 210 pounds. And it levels off there and never goes any further. So that's the issue that we're chasing down. I know a lot of people said the IPR, and I actually, that's kind of on my radar screen too. The IPR is brand new. And when I say brand new, I mean last month. I mean, the truck hasn't been 20 miles since we did the ICP and the IPR both. In fact, I got a video on that. I'll link that up here somewhere. And they are Motorcraft parts. We didn't buy cheap over-the-counter stuff. We're buying good stuff for it. So so that wasn't it. Now, I guess, you know, you could get a failed or a bad IPR, who knows? But I think the first thing we're gonna do this morning is we're gonna get this valve cover off and crank the motor over and see if a couple hundred pounds of oil comes shooting out and tries to kill us. So at least that'll tell us maybe where the issue is. And we'll go from there. But either way, you guys are along for the ride. So I'm not gonna make you sit through taking this whole thing apart again, but I might montage it. So let's go. That toe fungus got you down again? Well, try subscribing to my channel. I mean, you know, you tried everything else. Why not give that a shot too? That's the last bolt, boys and girls. Is it going to be evident? Y'all place your bets. Well,
that's water.
Huh. Looks awfully pretty under there. I got to tell you, it looks awfully pretty under here. Everything's plugged up. Everything looks good. I don't even see any oil much sitting in the head down here. Of course, I guess it drained back. Well, what do you guys think? You think we should hook batteries up and start turning the engine over and see if we see a whole lot of oil blowing out of somewhere? I think we should do that. Don't forget your battery cable clamp. We don't really worry about it glowing, and on the outside chance this thing starts, man, be ready to cut it off because we're going to take an oil bath probably. Yeah. Here we go. All right, that's good. Nothing. I guess I need to get my big jump box and sit so we can start to get it up to pressure. Okay, we've got 4Scan running, and we're looking at the injection pressure. Just want to see what it's doing. So you want to, it's showing 35 pounds right now. Turn it off, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it. It just shot to 500. All right, so if you guys didn't see what just happened, he started turning the truck over with my big battery tamer on it, and the damn thing started building pressure. It went way above 200. It went up at about 430, 440 before I told him to stop, because the damn thing was just about to light. And I wasn't sure I was ready for that in my life at that point. So I had him hold on for a second. We're gonna get the valve cover put back on it, and or at least laying back on there. Hell no, we won't. I think we'll just try to go for light right here. Yeah, we're gonna go for light right here. I think I'm ready for this. Am I ready for this? I'm ready for this. You have to turn that battery box off and back on.
Yeah, he's off.
Go ahead and turn it back on. Turn the key on first. Let me get my.
Put the valve cover over?
I don't think so.
Is he gonna come out and beat you?
No, he's not gonna come out and beat me. There might be some oil splatter, but I'd rather see what's going on. Right. So let's do this. Let's just turn the key on. Let me get a data stream going. I'm gonna have him go ahead and turn the key back on, so I can get torque back up and going. You see right there, it left off at 347 psi. I mean, that's where it stopped, and it was climbing fast. So let me hit play again. Make sure that I'm connected to the truck. Is the key on? Mm-hmm. No, I don't hear the pump running. It's not on. Ah, there we go. Let's see. All right, so I have data stream now. Go ahead and turn the jumper box on, and as soon as it's ready, let it glow and see if it'll go, see if it'll light. If it starts, just let it run. All right, here we go. That's the thing, guys, about these jump boxes. They'll damn near start the truck by themselves, but they only last for a short amount of time before you have to start over with them. Good to go when you are. All right, give her a break. Yeah, it's getting to 450 now. We'll go ahead and reset the jump box again. Still don't have any smoke. Whenever you're ready. I can hear the injector starting to pop. I think we need to turn over faster. I think we should get the other battery and set on it. The other battery and the jump box, and get the thing spinning over a little faster and see maybe if that works. So let's go give that a whirl. Nope. You see, what we have going on here is not quite enough cold battery power, even though they're new batteries, to start this thing. I think we're just not turning it over fast enough. Right about time I start getting enough injection pressure, I can actually start to hear the injector start to click and actually fire while I start to run out of battery juice. So before we do anything else at this point, we are just going to turn it over some more. Maybe that's all it was. Maybe the thing was just had the world's biggest air pocket. I've never had to crank one this long. Even after doing a high pressure oil pump, I've never had to crank one. Anyway, we should have the solution to not enough power. That's my 2003 with a 6.0, and that's my 2000 7.3 Freedom. Man, the 6.0s just sound good. They just do, especially in the 03, 04 years. Anyway, what we got behind me here is one truck going to each battery with a set of nice, robust cables. I like to call this the triangle of power. Let's see this start. So that did no good whatsoever. It's weird that we have way more pressure now than we did before, because it was actually colder outside before than it is right now. It's fairly nice out here right now. So I don't think it would be thicker oil showing more pressure right now. But at least I do hear the injectors firing. I hear them starting to click at about 360, 370 pounds. I think we're going to go ahead at this point and pull the rail plugs and turn it over some and see if we can get some air bubbles out. Maybe it's just a huge air bubble that for whatever reason won't come out. Never ran into that before, but maybe. Well, we've removed this rear plug back here, and we're going to turn the engine over just a few times. I know we're going to take an oil bath when we do this, but that's what we're going to do. You don't have to let it glow. We're not trying to stop it. Oh, look at that. There's no oil at all coming out of there. No oil at all. Do it again. Up, up, up. Got oil that time though, didn't we? Tons of it. Okay. Give up. We don't have anything different than we had before. All right, ladies and gentlemen, status update for you. We have identified the issue. For anybody who said bad injector, ding, 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 you win the gold star for the day, because that's what it is. Let me show you how we figured that out. If you'll look here at all of this oil all over the place and all up over there and everywhere like that, you'll see that there are 4 old injectors in that. That's right, we put the 4 old injectors back in this thing. We didn't even hook the harness back up because we don't need a harness to build high pressure oil. The pump, if the pump is working and the system is sealed, it'll build pressure. So we put the old injectors back in there, got them seated, got them torqued back right. Went ahead and left the glow plugs out for now because we were, needing to evacuate those cylinders as usual. And we started turning the engine over just to see if it would build high pressure oil. In about 25 revolutions, it shot to 700 pounds, and the passenger side or the driver's side bank started to fire, so the truck was coming to life. I haven't seen 700 pounds of pressure out of it yet, so I'm going to call it a bad injector because I believe that's what it is. And we're going to run over to Full Force real quick and see if they will replace them for us. And hopefully, with any kind of luck, we'll be back here in a few minutes and we'll put 4 injectors in the... As I was saying before my battery rudely died, we're going to run to Full Force. We're going to grab 4 injectors and see if we can get back here, get them put in the truck, bring this thing to life, and do our injector replacement job for like the 5th or 6th time now. Anyway, be right back. Okay, so we're back from Full Force. getting our injector swapped out. It's pretty cool. While we were there, they went ahead and took all of them and put them on the flow machine to see which one was not working. They found it, and you know, the issue was there was a little piece of trash underneath the solenoid holding the poppet open. So that's what the deal was. So they replaced that solenoid for us, and all the rest of them turned out to be good. So sent us back, and that's going to be the actual problem, pretty sure, is just an injector that was stuck open. How about that? Okay, let's put it back together and maybe possibly drive the stupid thing. Also, we had to stop by Harbor Freight so I could get myself another torque wrench here. Never go to Harbor Freight with money. Just don't do it. New injector's back in it again. I've got my torque app here, and we're going to go for a start and see what happens to this thing. Still got the valve cover off of it, so at least there's that. All right, we're watching the H-pop pressure. Go ahead, Chris. If it starts, kill it. All right, give it a minute. Let it glow. Let it glow and hit it again. All right, everything looked good there. This time we're going to start it and let it actually idle for a second. We got 3,200 pounds of pressure that time out of the H-pop. I'd say it's a good H-pop. So what we were seeing on the screen here is our high pressure oil pump's running about 780 pounds, and the IPR is at 17.8%. So that's consistent with a pretty healthy high pressure oil pump. Okay, let's button it back up and take it for a ride. Okay, well, we're rolling down the road here a little bit, just on a little bit of a back road, just kind of driving along. Truck's got a whole lot more power. Still smoking a little bit out the tailpipe, which is to be expected for an injector replacement. I'll go ahead and let you see the phone, or the Torque app, the Torque Pro app. I know somebody's gonna ask what I'm using. It's an app called Torque Pro. Get it on the Play Store. I know it's available for Android. I don't know about Apple. I have no idea. Don't have any Apple phones. And I'm also using a Bluetooth dongle, and I'll show you that too. An Amazon link down below for that as well. So just pull out here on the highway and see what we got with it. I know there's a terrible glare on this phone screen. I'll just superimpose it up there so you can see what's happening too. About 58 miles an hour or so. Doing pretty good. The high pressure oil pump has no trouble building pressure. I mean, look at that, 2,800 pounds. That's pretty good. Our engine oil temps look good. Trans fluid looks good. Pretty good, I'd say. I'd say that's a fairly successful injector install for the 4th or 5th try. guys and gals, I guess that's going to wrap up this injector install video. As usual, guys, I appreciate you guys watching this. If you haven't already subscribed, I really would appreciate it if you'd do so. And as usual, like, share, subscribe, tell all your friends about us. Guys, I'll see you next time.